Hey guys, today we're going to be looking at the Reolink Duo 3 POE. Let's get right into it. So this particular camera has actually two cameras built into one, which gives you a really good 180 degree view. So for example, if you have somewhere where you got two cameras and you only have maybe one wire, or you want just a better view, like a 180 view, this is the perfect camera for you. We're gonna go ahead and zoom up here in my workshop so you can see I have two cameras, one pointed to each bay, and really I could have just removed these two cameras and replaced it with just one duo camera, because as you can see it's got two lenses on it. So let me go ahead and unbox this so we can take a closer look at this camera. Just a quick unboxing here. As you can see, it comes with a lot of the things you don't see in normal cameras, because they actually include a Cat 5e cable, which is nice. Of course, the additional waterproof hardware to hook up the camera, so you make sure your connector is nice and waterproof. And of course the hardware and screws also are included with this camera. And then of course finally the Duo camera itself. So let's go ahead and get that out of the box and set it up. So here's a little bit closer look of the camera. You can see we got the two lenses here. We have a built-in microphone, and then here on the bottom we have a reset button and the microSD underneath this cover, which is nice and handy. Then of course on the back here we have our wire, which goes to our PoE connector, and also has additional power source. So if we don't have a PoE line and we just have a Cat 6 line that doesn't have power over Ethernet, we can plug an additional 12 volt here to power this camera. Failed to mention here, it does come with this metal bracket that gets mounted behind this, so you can slip this over that metal bracket if you're mounted on the side of a wall, and then you got one screw to lock it in place, so it's easy and nice to install there. Now that you see what the camera looks like, what its main purpose is for, we're going to go ahead and do a quick install here. Like I said, this is going to be cut and dry because we're just trying to do this quickly. So what we're going to do is we're going to have two cameras in a spot that we have in our workshop, and we're going to replace it with just one of these duos and see how better it's going to actually look when we do this switch out here. Again, we are working with the Reolink Duo 3 with the PoE. We are going to go ahead and start setting it up. So if you want to, go ahead and go to the Reolink's website. There will be a link in the description, but you need to have the app and client in order to get started. Because in order to connect it to your DVR or connect it to your computer, they have a nice Reolink app that you can download and install onto your system and connect it very easily, as long as it's on the same network and powered on. So we already have that software installed. I'm going to go ahead and bring that up. See that it's nice and clear. It connected right away because you actually just hit the plus symbol and it actually will find it on the network here for you. Or if you know the UID or the IP address, you can manually add it here as well. Or you click on this refresh. If it doesn't pop up right away, it does take a little bit to pop up. So just give it time and it might pop up there for you. So to make any changes, now if you don't have a DVR and you're just trying to view the camera, then all you need is this simple app and connect to it, and you're kind of good to go, and you can actually record the video feed to your local machine here. Or if you install an SD card, that's probably the more idea on this. But you can do different things, like you can trigger the audio alarm on here. There's a spotlight on this camera, which is very helpful at dark. The time lapse, you can talk, you can communicate, because there is a speaker and a microphone on this camera. It's very intuitive and it has a lot of different features. But like I said, the important part here is you want to go into your settings. So if you're trying to connect this to your DVR, then you need to go into your settings, and on their website they actually have you going into network, server settings, and then it's going to be in this advanced area here where you can enable HTTP, HTTPS, RTSP, all that good stuff. Now if you're not using the DVR, then you don't need to really worry about any of this, but since we are going to connect it to our DVR, we need to enable these things. Then you're going to want to click on network, go to advanced, you're going to want to click on server settings, then you're going to want to enable HTTP, HTTPS, RTSP, whatever you might need to have enabled for this to connect to your DVR. You might only need HTTPS, then only enable that. But I just simply enabled a bunch of this stuff because I was testing that and connecting to different devices, so that's why I have all this enabled. Now, if you aren't using this for a DVR, then just ignore everything I just said. But like I said, if you are connecting this to any kind of NVR, DVR, then you need to have these things enabled. Once you have them enabled, then you just click on that simple save button, And then you can go through the rest of these settings and you can adjust so many different things. Like the camera name you can hide, the day and time you can hide, or you can put this on the top right. It's showing that day and time on that camera. There's so many different things you can do. Day and night set for auto, privacy mask. You can see the different stream types. There is so many settings in here. Sensitivity, that light that we talked about, the spotlight you can turn on and everything. Now it does have a built-in mic and speaker, so you can test the sound, which is awesome. The alarm, we'll go ahead and turn this on, and you can hear that go off. So you can see that stuff is working. Of course, in the info section, you can see the current firmware version, which I do love, because if you go into the maintenance section, you can automatically do the firmware update, which is nice, or you can turn it on for automatic as long as the camera has internet connection. Set the date and time, set up different users. There's just all kinds of different things in here that you can just dive in and check it out. We're not going to go over everything, but I wanted to go over to the very important things, which was going into that network advanced and enabling these different server settings, because these are not on by default. So you need to enable this if you want to connect it to an NVR. All right, so once we went over all that stuff, you can see how much of a view you get just from one camera. This is one camera. You're getting a 180-degree view. Now I'm going to go ahead and switch to the current feed of my workshop here. Here's the same workshop, those cameras that we just saw above, those older ones, and look at the view. First of all, it's a split view, so you don't fully get everything, and it's not very wide. You can definitely tell you're not getting all the way to the wall here. And plus, these are two cameras, so you can definitely see the big difference here. So let's go ahead and switch to the other one so you can see the difference. And you can see we just switched back. Now the resolution, everything doesn't look as good because we're doing a low res stream right here. But you can clearly see you're getting all the way from this wall to this wall now, instead of only getting partial up to about this rack here. And not only that, but you're getting a full view. I love how these two cameras, you can see where it's getting split right here, but they have done a very good job with this technology to where you don't even notice it. If you're looking at this, it looks like a 180-degree view, fisheye or something. But yeah, this looks amazing. So if we switch back to that app, you can see this is the high-res stream, and you can see how crystal clear everything is. Sorry, my workshop is a little messy here. I just want to replace the cameras in my workshop with this one, because just look at the view difference you're getting compared to the other camera. So like I said, to install this app, you can just go to Reolink's software and manual page here. You can download this client. This will help you configure the camera, set for a static IP, change the users on it, enable those certain services you need if you're going to connect this to a NVR. And they also have a helpful guide on their website to show you how to install and enable those services as well. Well, I hope this video was helpful for you guys, and I hope you'll try out the Reolink Duo 3. Now they do have a variety of other cameras. They just came out with this 4K camera that looks pretty amazing, which is this one here, the Argus 4 Pro. That thing looks really nice. It's 4K quality, which is probably pretty amazing looking, and look how small it is. So definitely check that out. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.